The Last of Us? Yeah, bro, this might be the last of us ever watching this show again after that finale. I'm not even angry, I'm just disappointed. Like, this is how we end the season. Let's do a recap real quick. So we're coming off the Joel and Ellie episode that was episode 6, which let me say this real quick. I enjoyed the episode for what it was trying to accomplish. I really did adore that they were showing us why Ellie was so pissed at Joel. And there was so much inner turmoil between the end of their relationship before Joel died. And it did loosely tie into this episode, but why was this in episode 6? Joel died in episode 2. Why in episode 6 are we just now finding out the why? We couldn't have found this out in episode 3 or 4, but that being said, let's get into 7 now. Jesse finally finds Dina and Ellie. By this point, we have gotten 3 full episodes with Ellie and Dina together. I don't really need to recap what they said. It's not that important. What is important is that Jesse's now piecing together, hey, Dina's not drinking. She's talking about, I need to survive. I can't die. She's pregnant, isn't she? Ellie basically tells on herself, but Jesse takes the diplomatic route. And Jesse's like, listen, I understand where you're coming from with your revenge arc and everything, but if you're saying that Dina can't die, I can't die now because I'm going to be a father. He was bringing up him being a father, wanting to get back to his child so much in this episode. I was starting to believe that he was going to at some point. I have really grown to like Jesse this season. Like, he has grown to not, I don't want to say the beacon of hope, but definitely the voice of reason when it came to the community and when it came to basically talking Ellie off the edge of like just doing something completely irrational and erratic. Because Ellie, for as captivating of a character as she is, man, this season made her so neurotic. I swear to God, there were points where I was like, Ellie, please shut the fuck up or chill out. Very soon after this, they go into this garage and they see one of the Seraphites getting chased down and captured by the wolves. And Ellie's about to jump into action and try to save this guy, and my man had to pull her down and talk her out of it. He's like, we gotta save him, we gotta save him. I'm like, Ellie, it's you versus 6 guys with guns. You're not winning. Like, she was so all over the place in this episode, and I'll talk about that a little bit more too. But again, thank God Jesse was there, otherwise she would have died a lot sooner. Also, to the writers, I do not care about the Wolf and Seraphite storyline. I don't care. It's one thing for the Wolves and the Seraphites to be coming after Jax and they're coming after Ellie and all of them. Alright, yeah, I care because they're coming after the main characters. But these 2 side factions are fighting each other in the background of a bigger story. Explain to me why I'm invested in this story. I'm not. We get another scene with Jesse and Ellie. Ellie's trying to come clean to him about what's going on with her and Dina and the pregnancy and everything, and he's like, listen, like, I love her, but not in the way you do. And he goes into this story about how this girl came to Jackson and they fell in love and they had this nice little 2-week run until her group was about to leave Jackson. And he had the opportunity to leave and go with her, but he opted to stay. Because Jackson clothed him, fed him, nourished him, and they gave him a community, so he feels a debt back to them. He's like, that's what love is, and I was taught to put people first, so that's what I'm doing. Ellie's like, oh, okay, so you're St. Jesse of Wyoming and everyone else is a fucking asshole. And I'm like, Ellie, shut up. Oh my God. I get you're an edgy teenager now, but everything is not a constant attack on you. Like, just listen for a second. They get a radio call and Jesse assumes it's gotta be Tommy because Tommy came with him, they separated. But they get to the top of this building, right? And Jesse's like, okay, I think Tommy's over here, let's go over here. Then Ellie sees off in the distance that there's the Seattle Aquarium, which is what Nora told her before she basically left Nora for dead in episode 5, I think. So she's like, Abby's over here. I'm gonna go get Abby. Jesse's like, but Tommy's over here. Let's go get him. She's like, but we don't know that that's him. Really? We don't know if that's actually Tommy? You don't know if Abby's actually at the aquarium right now. Nora could have just straight up lied to your face. But you would rather let Tommy, Joel's brother, the same Joel you're so desperately trying to seek vengeance for, you would rather let Tommy possibly die so you could go off on your revenge tour? Again, people who play the game, please sound off in the comments. But was Ellie becoming this unbearable towards the middle of the game? Because I swear to God, this season was really testing my patience with her. Then she got the nerve to say, fuck the community. My community basically is Joel, so I'm going after my community. Jesse looked her dead in the face and said, I hope you make it. And I said, thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Let her go off on her own and find out that shit ain't so sweet when you doing this alone. Because obviously that's what she needs. Ellie's actions were 100% self-motivated, and I felt like for me, that was just making her character less and less likable. I get you want revenge. I get it. But to try and turn your back on literally every single person who doesn't want to help you is so fucking selfish. It's okay to be wrong. I promise Ellie it's okay to be wrong. Then there's this part of the episode where she gets on this boat and she's trying to go across to the aquarium and she gets hit by this wave and then she gets wiped out completely. Offshore, captured by the Seraphites, and the Seraphites go to hang her, but then they get like swarmed off by this explode. This like 10-minute sequence did not need to be there. Completely unnecessary for her to make it to the aquarium. But now we get to the aquarium, right? So she gets into the aquarium, right? And before she gets to Abby, she sees these two people standing by this door. And they're part of the wolves, the same group of wolves, right? That were in the room where Abby killed Joel. She puts up her gun and she's like, take me to Abby. And the one guy goes to basically shoot her. She shoots the guy. But the bullet penetrates through him and goes through the other girl that was standing behind him. And the girl turns out to be pregnant. Mind you, same girl who was on this stone cold revenge tour, so much so. She notices that the girl is pregnant, which I get, Dina is pregnant, so it hit her on her heartstrings. But she gets on the ground and she's trying to bring this girl back to life. She's like, oh, cut me open, give birth to my baby, whatever. She can't do it. Girl dies. Now she's on the ground crying, consoling. I'm like, so now you care, you didn't care about Tommy, you didn't care about Jesse apparently, but now you care about this pregnant girl that you never met in your life and is a part of the same team that killed Joel. You care about her now? Again, I get the girl is pregnant and that ties into Dina, but like, Tommy and Jesse find her and they get out of the aquarium. They head back to where they were in the first place. Their headquarters somewhere in Seattle. So Tommy, Dina, Jesse, and Ellie are all now back together. Ellie and Jesse are now reconciling, and then they hear a big bang. Ellie and Jesse go running for the door to see what that noise is, and pop! Jesse's dead. Shot by Abby, and I'm like, no! Not again! Not again! Not again! Like, I was just starting to fuck with Jesse, too. Why would you do this to me? Yeah, Abby decided, it's been 4 episodes without me actually being here. Let me actually turn up and actually run this bitch now. Got my boy Jesse point blank in the head. Tommy's on the ground, gun pointed at him, and now Ellie's hands up in the air. She's defenseless now. Ellie, for the first time, it seems like, finally decides to take accountability, and she's like, listen, it was all me. They didn't do anything. I was coming out to find you. It's me you want, not them. Caitlin Denver gives the stone cold line. I let you live, and you wasted it. She takes her gun, points it at Ellie. Ellie's like, no, no, no. Psh! It cuts to black. You're going with a cliffhanger ending now? I'm sorry, am I supposed to believe that in season 3 of The Last of Us, you killed Ellie? So you're telling me you killed Joel, Jesse, maybe Tommy, and Ellie all in one shot, and now season 3 is going to be all about Abby? Bullshit. I don't believe you. But you're going to have your cliffhanger. You're going to try to root people in, but you're not, I didn't play the game, but you're not fooling me. The episode ends with what I believe is a flashback of Abby in Seattle, and it says Seattle Day 1, and the episode ends. I'm sorry, but the idea that you gave this character 20 minutes maybe of screen time the whole season? This girl killed a pivotal character in the show, Joel. She killed this man in episode 2, and the most she got after episode 2 was maybe gracing the screen for like 5 extra minutes. Mind you, she wasn't even in this episode for maybe 2 minutes at the most. You want me to be invested enough in this character to want to see a whole season dedicated to them? I don't care enough about Abby. You haven't given me a reason enough to care about Abby. I don't want to see a whole season dedicated to Abby. I want to see Abby and Ellie do. Here's what should have happened, right? There was so much unnecessary shit in this season that could have been cut that you could take probably what's going to happen in season 3, put it in season 2, extend it out by 3-4 episodes, and boom, you have your totality, the ultimate season that is season 2 of The Last of Us. Instead, you kill off Joel in the 2nd episode. I'm fine with the 1st episode, I'm fine with the 3rd episode. But you kill him off in the 2nd episode. And the 4th and 5th episode is nothing but Ellie and Dina getting shot and making out for like 2 hours. Then you get to episode 6, which is Ellie and Joel, the Joel that already died in episode 2. Good episode, but again, why is it in episode 6 and not earlier in the season? When Joel was alive? Episode 7, you do so much building between Ellie and Jesse. All this stuff in there with the wolves and the Seraphites that didn't need to be there. Bring Tommy in for a cup of coffee and all for us to get to the end where they Jesse and they maybe killed Ellie. Sorry, but this is season 8 of The Walking Dead all over again. Like, what are we doing here? What kind of finale was that? I was really big on this show in the beginning, but I don't know how to feel now. I want you guys to comment down below how you feeling about The Last of Us Season 3. I'll talk to you guys about it later.